How to correct a dog the positive way. At Shaggy Chic, unwanted behaviors become opportunities for growth. Discover compassionate training techniques to build a stronger bond with your dog today. Unwanted behaviors can be transformed into opportunities for development and connection by comprehending the motivations behind your dog's actions and implementing strategies that are based on compassion. Let us explore humane, effective training methods that will result in a more harmonious and enjoyable relationship between you and your companion. Positive reinforcement is the only long-term and effective method for training dogs. Teaching your dog to cease exhibiting a particular behavior does not necessitate sacrificing your relationship. The majority of dogs desire to establish an enduring relationship with us and improve their communication skills. These procedures are the foundation of altering the undesirable behavior of dogs. Correcting unwanted behaviors. Canines perceive attention as a rewarding experience. Utilize a quiet noise interrupter to prevent undesirable conduct. Transfer their conduct to an alternative object or activity. Instead, offer praise to your companion when they are performing the desired behavior. Oversee your dog's surroundings. This may involve the installation of gates or the removal of stimuli to prevent your dog from engaging in undesirable behaviors. Utilize timeouts when necessary. It is advisable to refrain from instilling anxiety, dread, or pain in your dog. Be unambiguous and consistent in your desires and objections. It is not permissible to allow certain behaviors on one day and then disregard them on the next. Correcting common unwanted behaviors. We have compiled a list of the most frequently observed undesirable behaviors in canines. This is not an exhaustive list, as each dog is unique. However, these are behaviors that the majority of pet owners find to be tedious. Barking. Dogs bark to alert, demand attention, and express boredom or anxiety. Criticizing them will not stop the barking. Determine the cause of your dog's barking by utilizing context indicators. What are they looking at? What is the current state of the environment? Acknowledge the sights and sounds that your dog hears by employing a sound interrupter. Treat your dog for remaining silent and interrupt them before they begin to howl. Having unwanted accidents. This is a challenging task, but it is too late to rectify your dog once they have urinated. It is your responsibility to maintain a consistent routine to prevent inappropriate urination. Reward them for their behavior by treating it as though they have just saved a life when they urinate in the appropriate location. The more thrilling you and the reward are, the more compelling the incentive for them to relieve themselves in the appropriate location will be. Pro tip. Certain trainers recommend against requesting a sit, as it places the dog in a position to attack vertically. This can result in bruised nostrils, so we concur that down is likely a more effective cue. Rough play. Teach your dog the break cue to prevent violent play. This involves shouting the word break and scattering treats on the floor so that their snout is pointed toward the ground. Sniffing is a method that can be used to soothe canines and provide an opportunity to redirect them. Be vigilant for behaviors in multi-dog situations such as dog pulls, humping, snapping, snarling, and flat ears, and implement the break cue when you see those behaviors. Dogs may become overstimulated and the interaction may escalate into a physical altercation when play becomes quickly violent. The break command is very helpful in these situations. Mistakes to avoid. Training methods that are predicated on fear, dominance, and punishment are obsolete and ineffective. In reality, research indicates that dominance techniques have a detrimental effect on the welfare of dogs. If a trainer exhibits or recommends any of the following behaviors, it is imperative to seek out a new trainer. Screaming. When we shout, dogs become apprehensive or fearful as they are extremely sensitive to our body language and tone of voice. The act of shouting may be indicative of our frustration or lack of forbearance. Raising your voice does not assist your dog in comprehending their error. Recent research indicates that confrontational techniques can induce fear-related responses, including defensive aggression and submissive incontinence. It is never appropriate to strike your companion. Shock devices, shock collars, administer an electric shock that can cause discomfort and burn the skin of a dog. Shock devices should not be used. Use of any kind of shock device is cruel and ineffective. They have the potential to increase the dread or aggression of certain dogs. The American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals is opposed to electric collars, which have been prohibited in certain countries. Crating as a form of punishment. Crating can be an effective method for ensuring that canines feel secure and at ease when executed correctly. Proper crating includes leaving the doors open and available for dogs to retreat for rest in their hut. Crats are highly effective if there are multiple pets in the home and should be used in feeding time. However, containers should never be employed as a form of punishment. This can result in negative associations, which decreases the likelihood that a dog will desire to enter their confinement. Consistency. If you correct your puppy for persistently barking without justification, but then allow it to continue the next time, they will only become perplexed and will not acquire the desired behavior. Therefore, it is advisable to maintain a consistent approach to correcting them for the desired behavior, rather than allowing it to lapse for a single instance. Additionally, rather than administering corporal punishment, you may simply state no in a firm voice while directing your attention to him. In this manner, they will be aware that you are conversing with them. Correctness must be administered promptly. Your dog should only be corrected if you have captured them in the act. If you penalize your dog 10 minutes after they have committed the offense, they will not comprehend that you are punishing them for their actions from earlier. Employ a firm tone of voice. If your dog has committed an offense or is on the brink of doing so, it is crucial to issue a firm no to them promptly. This will ensure that they are cognizant of the fact that they are not permitted to engage in the action they are contemplating. Incentivize them with treats. It is important to reward your puppy for any positive behavior in addition to gently correcting them. For instance, if they conducted their business in the backyard for the first time, rather than on your bed, you should provide them with a treat as a token of appreciation to convey your satisfaction with their behavior. However, if you are currently without treats, you can commend them by petting them and stating that they are such an excellent boy. In this manner, they will be more inclined to engage in positive activities than negative ones, as they will be aware that they will be incentivized with praise and rewards. Implement timeouts. It has been discovered that timeouts are not only effective for children, but also for canines and puppies. Timeouts or isolation are effective methods of reprimanding naughty puppies, as they are social creatures. Isolating them in a dull and uninteresting room will serve as a reminder that they have committed an offense and are being punished. If you choose to discipline your dog with a timeout, ensure that you confine them to a dull room, such as a laundry room, for a brief period. After a few punishments, they will be disciplined if you employ this approach each time they commit an offense. Transform your dog's unwanted behaviors with positive reinforcement at Shaggy Chic, where understanding meets effective, humane training for a happier partnership. Never shout and scream. While it may appear logical to employ a loud voice to exert some control over your dog's behavior, the majority of dog trainers would suggest that you employ a calm yet firm tone, rather than a noisy and angry one. In summary, the methodology delineated in How to Correct a Dog. The positive way at Shaggy Chic, we underscore the significance of positive reinforcement in contrast to punitive measures. We can effectively address unwanted behaviors and cultivate a strong, trusting relationship with our canines by concentrating on gentle techniques. This approach not only fosters a healthier environment for both the companion and the owner, but it also fosters long-term behavioral change by fostering compassion and comprehension. In the final analysis, the secret to effective training is a dedication to kindness and consistency. Please don't forget to open the link in the description. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more helpful tips and exciting content. Your support helps us bring you even more great ideas. Stay tuned for the next one.